Welcome to the Tim Weichselbaum Show. Fuck Joe Biden. Oh boy. We're coming to you live. It's episode number 9, as in Cloud 9, which is what I'm currently on because I feel good. I'm sober for 58 damn days, and I'm going to talk this way for the whole podcast, baby. This is good for your voice. Anyway, I'm drinking my coffee in my pink straw. I got a Trump straw. It says I love Trump on it. I don't know. Yeah, you can't see it. This is an audio-only podcast with video for people who pay a little bit extra. Just kidding. This is a free podcast. I don't give a shit about money. I'm done talking about money. It's not a problem to talk about it, but I just don't need to because it just raises concerns. It just raises tension for people who don't want to hear. I just don't like talking about money because people either overestimate how much I have or underestimate how much I have. And either way, it pisses me off. Like, I hate when people just assume that I have no problems just because I have a little bit more, just because I got a little bit of money. They just assume that my life is going swimmingly. It's like, no. I got adult-sized problems. For example, I could afford Gucci shoes, but I can't wear them every day because they'll get dirty and I'll look like a schmuck. So I can only afford to wear them on weekends. I can only afford to look like a drug dealer one day of the week. So that's a problem. I don't know. Like, I got these Gucci shoes. I don't know why they're not here. I should have just had them right here. But they're stupid. Well, why would you spend that much on shoes that are definitely just going to get dirty in 2 seconds if you walk in a puddle? So I could only wear them indoors? So I bought like this spray that you spray on them to protect them from fluids and stuff like that. And I haven't even worn them yet. And that's on. Now I'm a douche. Now I'm the type of person who just buys shoes that he's not even gonna wear. But anyway, for this podcast, never mind Gucci. Fuck Gucci. This podcast is still an unofficial sponsor of Versace. Because I like saying it better than Gucci, dude. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just as expensive, but I like it better. It's sexier. It looks better. I'm not wearing any right now that you could see. No outerwear. I bought some Versace underpants, boxers for kids because I don't think the adult size would fit me. Because look how skinny my waist is, dude. My pelvic bone only is like 10 inches wide. I could still be given birth to in this size pants. I'm like a size 26 pants right now because I'm healthy as fuck. So I got kid size underwear, and they're expensive. I don't know how expensive they are. Like, I don't know, like $50 a pop or something. I forgot. See, it doesn't matter. If you could afford Versace underwear, you don't really concern yourself with how much they goddamn cost. And I also got Calvin Klein. I don't know. I'm starting to learn about like what brands are my favorite brands of clothing. Socks are a ripoff. If you get like Gucci socks, it's like $150 for one pair of socks, dude. That's kind of stupid, dude, because they're just regular old socks. They just say Gucci on them or Versace. And I do kind of want Versace shoes because they look cool. They look cool, dude. I'm sorry, dude. But today I'm just wearing I'm wearing a shirt that I bought from ParisHilton.com. It's another unofficial thing that I'm sponsoring. I don't know. It's iconic. It's from her wedding collection because she just got married. Good for her. Paris Hilton. She's like 40 and she still is like she looks banging, like she's perfectly in shape. She hides her age very well. Can't complain with that. So I bought the shirt, dude. I bought this shirt for $40, including, plus shipping. And it fits me like a freaking glove, dude. And it's a size small for women. And I don't know, like wearing women's clothing does not bother me. Like it's not, obviously I don't feel ashamed. I mean, I fit and I like the color pink and I like advertising that I'm a boss babe. But other people might make fun of me. Like I went to this comedy show last Saturday at this dude's house and this heckler was sitting in the front row being a douchebag the whole time, just heckling, being a dick. He kept saying the N-word even though he's not black, which is fine by me. I mean, I don't give a fuck. That didn't offend me, but it's just kind of tacky to do that. It's just rude to do that in a comedy show when you're not even on stage. So he ruined the show, but after he got off stage, he didn't seem like that big of a dick. He came up to me for some reason. He was like, "Hey, you're sober, right?" Because he knew I was sober because I rejected a shot. Like he passed around shots, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good." He's like, "What? Are you sober or something?" I was like, "Yeah." And he came up to me after the show. He's like, "Oh yeah, I see that thing, that Patagonia sweater that you're wearing. I have one of those, but it's kind of a chick sweater. It's kind of for chicks." I was like, "Yeah, kind of is." I didn't say anything defensive about it. I didn't try to like one up him. I kind of took it as like him trying to but he has the same sweater. So I was like, "Yeah, so what? It's a chick sweater. I like it. I'm petite. I'm a petite man, but that doesn't mean my loads are petite, dude. I could fill a jar. I could fill 1 ounce jar." I'm a Trump supporter, if you can't tell. I don't know why I'm throwing that out there. I'm just sick of people being pussies, dude, in this town, dude. Like, I didn't think I would be like a Trump supporter who like talks about it ever. Like, you could be a silent one. You could just not tell people. Like, it's not like you get anything from doing it. If anything, you get lambasted for it, and people just kind of think you're a dumbass, and they call you bad words, and they shun you, and they paint you into a corner, and don't talk to you as much, and they just don't tolerate you, and they become bigoted towards you, and that's kind of one of the things I got sick of being a victim of. To be like, no, I don't really care, like, cause. But there's definitely a lot of like bigots in like big city everywhere. There's bigotry everywhere, dude. But like now, that's just becoming like everyone's like a Nazi. Like everyone's like, you gotta get the vaccine or you're a freaking asshole. We're gonna make you so you can't even get a job if you don't get the vaccine. That doesn't even really do anything. It doesn't even really stop the spread. Like I would have gotten it if I was afraid of COVID enough to get. I almost got the vaccine. I came very close to getting it back in August of this year because I didn't want to be one of those assholes who get the Delta strain, and the one that's not even big anymore, but it was big back then. And I was like, you know what? That would suck to die from COVID. And there's this subreddit on Reddit called Leopards Ate My Face. And like all it is, and Herman Cain Award, where it's like them celebrating people dying of COVID. It's like, it's one of the most popular things on the whole website. And it's like, that's fun. Like, what if you just replaced COVID deniers with, I don't know, Jews or something? It's like, so you're celebrating the death of some outspoken, some subset of the population, you freaking scum fuck. Like, don't celebrate their, like, I get it, you want to spread the propaganda that they're assholes or something, but like, you're the asshole, dude. It's like, you don't see the irony of like how you're a scum fuck. I don't judge people. Like, the weird thing about me is I don't really like, I'm not like a bigot towards anyone, even if they're an asshole, like with shitty opinions. It's like, you could have your opinion, dude. Just don't tread on me. Don't come to my front door banging on it saying I got to take some juice. I got to inject some juice into my veins or else you're going to throw pies at me or milkshake me. Like, and also most people who say that you got to take the vaccine, or when they did say you had to take it, like, I don't know, 5 months ago, they don't know what the fuck they were talking about. They were just saying to get it because they were told to get it, and they don't want to, like, be, like, on the bad side of history or something. It's like, don't be a pussy, dude. Don't tell me to get it just because you're afraid not to get it. Like, I don't like this dude that I barely know. I told him, I didn't get the vaccine. He was like, well, you should get it. I was like, thank you for the advice, for the medical advice that I totally don't give a fuck about you enough to just blindly take your dumb advice. I don't like that. I don't like when people just give me advice, dude. It's like, shut the it's like, who are you? Do I give advice to people? No, I don't, dude. I'm humble, dude. I'll beat anybody in a competition of humility, dude. I'm the most hubris, humble person. Hubristic. All right, anyway, that was a lot, what I just did. We covered a lot of subjects so far. We're on minute 11 of the podcast, and like I said, it's episode 9, which means I've been doing this for 9 solid weeks in a row, and I've been sober from everything. And I'm actually on day 57 of sobriety, so I'll just do a quick check-in on that. I don't really miss it. Like, I don't have any desire to go back to drinking. Like, it makes stuff more fun. It makes things more tolerable, but that's cheating, dude. It's cheating. I don't miss weed. I really don't. But on the flip side, the fact that I have not been doing that, smoking weed or doing any alcohol, it just makes life more dull, kind of. So to make up for that, I don't know. I've just been eating good food. I've been eating good barbecue and trying to get laid on TikTok, which is difficult because it's not really a dating app. But I've been trying to get laid on TikTok and Snapchat and fucking, I don't know, OkCupid, and it hasn't happened. But hey, I'm starting to get less horny. Like I haven't jerked off in 45 days, which is cool. But I'm starting to get my sleep. So that's the bad thing that I'm kind of hoping gets better, is my sleep quality is dog shit. I go to sleep. I can't get to sleep, first of all, but I have insomnia. The coffee doesn't. I still drink coffee because why not, dude? It's technically doesn't count. So I still drink coffee at 4 a.m. And then I don't go to sleep until the sun is out. And then when I do go to sleep, I dream all fucking night. I have the most vivid dreams, and it doesn't stop. So I basically start my day after ending a dream, and it sucks. Some of them are not that bad, though. Some of them are pretty hot. Like, I had some sexual dream last night that I was like, oh man, this is hot, dude. So hopefully in real life, when I finally get my dick touched or whatever, it's as good as my dreams. It's not going to happen. That's why they say in your dreams, but one good dream. No, I'm a baller. I got a big dick, and I already talked about how some lady wanted to DP. She wanted me to DP her, and I was like, dude, fuck off. We talked about that on the last episode, and since then, nobody has propositioned me for anything so blatantly disgusting as that. She was a trashy woman, dude. She was like telling me before I even went there, she was like, I'm shopping at Walmart, yo. And she didn't want to use condoms. And it's like, dude. So anyway, I did karaoke last night, and I did well. So they gave me these glasses, dude. These semi-tinted sunglasses. I didn't pay for them. I ended the song early, because it was a long song. And then they were like, thank you for cutting it short. We were getting sick of that. We were getting sick of the song. I was like, yeah, dude, I got you, dude. I know when it's time to get off stage. And I paid $20 to skip the line. So I felt bad enough for doing that, you know? Like, I didn't want to do the whole song, you know? And I started off by saying, like, I went on stage very, like, ready to sing. And the dude was like, he was like, I like your confidence. And I was like, yeah, being rich is awesome. I was referring to the fact that I paid $20 to get on stage. And I was wearing a Versace t-shirt. So I don't know, I felt good. You feel good wearing fancy clothes. I would wear a Versace shirt that says Versace on it in like size 1,000 font to a funeral because I'm Italian, dude, and that's what we do. That's what we consider fancy. It's like, oh, we're going to a funeral. We're the most expensive thing we have. Doesn't matter, like not the most formal, just the most expensive, dude. No one's gonna complain. So I sang the song, I did okay, and they said, here, put these glasses on. And I did, and then after the song was over, I tried to give them back. But they're like, no, you get to keep those. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I will gladly add another pair of glasses to my collection now that I have LASIK eye surgery. I could see unaided for miles now that I got a LASIK eye. Yeah, sure, it's not as good as if I had glasses, but it's good enough. Like, my depth perception is definitely not as good as it once was before I got LASIK. But at least I get to wear awesome sunglasses without getting a prescription. It's awesome. I love driving down the street or the road, whatever you want to call them, in any one of my cars. I was driving the Tesla today. Ah, so cool. You feel permanently badass in that car. Doesn't matter if you're in the right lane, the left lane. You're turning. You see people looking at you. And you got sunglasses on. And you can, if you're first in line at a stoplight, the second it turns green, you just blast off. And all of a sudden you're going 60 in like less than like 2 seconds. And it's like, holy crap. So that's cool for now. Obviously, it's not going to, until I die. But right now, it's the coolest car ever, dude. And I just got the permanent plates for it. And I'm a Texan. But we'll get into that later. Because that's important to get into. Very important. Life-changing stuff. Being a modern Texan, not one of these old school Texans. And also not one of these pussy Texans. I'm an Elon Texan. By the way, congratulations, Elon Musk, for being the person of the year by Time magazine. You deserve it. Like, who else? Who else was talked about more than Elon Musk? I don't know. Pete Davidson? It's like, okay, he'll be next year. So I went to 2 open mics tonight and left before going up at either of them. I was just like, fuck this, dude. I got there too late because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I had to wake up from a nap because I'm just tired. I needed a nap. So I woke up, got it straight there. I just drove right to the open mics, and by the time I got there, the lists were like 40 comics deep. So I'm pissed. I go, well, I'll just watch. So I watched, I don't know, for like an hour at this coffee shop. And most of the comics sucked. They sucked, dude. So I left. I just left. The hosts at these open mics don't even go on stage to introduce the next comic. They just go, okay, next on deck we got this guy, and next coming up we got this guy. It's like real effort, a lot of effort to go in there. It's like we don't even need a host if you're gonna just do that. If you're gonna do the bare minimum, just let the next comic introduce the next comic. Like, come on, dude. How about some community? I don't need some fucking host sitting there from the back of the room. So it sucked, but I watched it for like an hour. And then I just walked back to my car and just drove around angrily, blasting music from my Miata. I blasted Let's Go Brandon, the rap song, like, let's go, we know what you're saying, ho, let's go, we know what you're saying, ho, fuck you, Biden. Dude, it's not even that good of a song. I was just so angry, like, I'm gonna blast this. I'm gonna fucking blast this song. So I love driving around Austin, Texas, angrily. But you gotta watch out for those scooters, dude. Like, I'm liable to kill somebody in one of my cars. Now that I'm a licensed Texan, dude, that's right. I finally applied for my Texas driver's license after living here for 6 months. The law says you're supposed to do that within 30 days. And yeah, no. I just kept sleeping. Dude, I made so many appointments to do that I just kept sleeping in. I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm not gonna go to the DMV at 2:30 p.m. I gotta get my beauty sleep, dude. I gotta keep my skin healthy. I was like, nah. I kept sleeping in. So I finally convinced myself, just do it. So I drove to Pflugerville, Texas, one of my favorite towns, one of my favorite suburbs of Austin. And it was a easy journey because I just looked it up. I was like, okay, what documents do I need? Okay, passport, I got that. Thank God. I had an unexpired passport. Social Security card, I happened to have that. I had my old license from Illinois, which was still valid, so I turned that in. I no longer have it. What else? I needed proof of insurance and proof of registration for my Tesla. And I had all of that. So I went there, and it was easy. It was a breeze. As soon as I got there, I started filling out the application, and even before I was done, they called my number, and I went to the booth, and she didn't see me, so I was like, hi. And I was like, okay, this is awkward. She doesn't hear me, so I got to say it loud. I was like, hello. Like, she didn't hear me, dude. There's a piece of glass dividing us, and like, she finally looked around. I was like, yeah, I'm here. Like, I didn't want to scare her. So I sat down. We started the process. I gave her the paperwork. And before I knew it, I was out of there with my temporary license, dude. They didn't charge me a late fee. Like people told me, like, they're gonna charge you a late fee. It's like, and they didn't, because nobody gives a fuck. I didn't have to wear a mask, dude. I was like, fuck, I forgot a mask. I knew that I would probably have to wear a mask because it's a government building, but no. Nobody told me to put a mask on, dude. And then they took my picture, and they did the vision test, and it was the easiest vision test. Oh my God, dude. All I had to do was read one line of letters. 4 letters, okay, E, A, B, C. And they said, okay, read the same line with the other eye, but backwards. I was like, that's it? Okay, I'll do that. It's like, of course I'm going to be able to do it backwards if I could do it forward. So then so then they said, okay, read the colors. I was like, okay, green, yellow, red. I was like, is that a trick question? Because I'm pretty sure that's the easiest thing I've ever done. Like, yeah, you passed. I was like, so I walked out of there. I paid the $30, and now I am a officially licensed driver in Texas. Didn't have to take a driver's test. Oh my God, I'm so happy, dude. And so as soon as I got the temporary license, I was like, well, that's it. I'm a permanent I'm officially a Texan. And I started driving like one, dude. I started just switching lanes and tailgating people and like being like, fuck you, get out of the way, dude. I was like, well, hey, I'm just going to take my Tesla for a little mini trip. So I drove in the hills and towards Bee Cave, which is like the rich suburb, very rich suburb. And I was like, I saw a couple other like fancy cars, like Audis, I don't know, Saabs, was like, yeah, dude. I was like, you're going to be one of the rich people. And I said, fuck it. I drove perfectly, dude. Like, there wasn't anything. I was like, yeah, I should have done that or something. No. I was like, I'm starting to get decent at driving. I don't know. Like, I know how to, like, get home. Like, I've been downtown. Like, I've been to all the hot spots of the city enough times where it's like, yeah, you kind of know where I'm at. Like, South Congress, Cesar Chavez, and then the Capitol building. I go on Martin Luther King Boulevard. I got home without needing GPS for the first time. I was like, I know how to get home. It's one street. Just get on Martin Luther King, and that takes me all the way home. So I don't want to tell anybody about this podcast because if I know them enough to talk about this to them, I've probably talked shit about them on here. So, like, not really. Like, not everybody, but definitely there's some people that I will be talking shit about that I gotta keep it close to the vest. I can't be like, oh, by the way, I talk shit about you on my podcast, because they're gonna listen then. That's the only reason anyone would listen to this, is if they know that they got talked shit about. I don't know why I'm wearing the headphones. I could have just not been wearing them this whole time. So I'm trying not to tell people that this podcast exists, because you know what, dude? And so I've been going to these open mics, trying to get back into the swing of comedy, and I hate when people, like, introduce me to people. It's like, I don't give a fuck, dude, about meeting people. Like, if I did, I would introduce myself. Like, I'm not afraid of people, dude. I just don't like them. Like, I'm an introvert, like, I'm shy, but not around comics. Like, I could go up to a famous comic easily and not be intimidated. Like, like I was talking about this on a couple episodes ago. I went up to Tony Hinchcliffe, or actually he went up to me, but that's another story. I would have gone up to him if I had something, if I didn't want to bother him. But, like, I don't like bothering people, because I know what it's like to be bothered by obnoxious, shitty comedians, dude. So I don't like being introduced to people, because I won't remember their name. And there's so many comics that I've met like 4 times that still don't know me, and it's like, I get it, fine, you don't know me yet, but it's gonna happen on the. I don't know why it just bothers me. It's like I gotta go through the motions. Like, yeah, hello, I'm Tim. What's your name? Caleb? Cool. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. It's like I've only seen like 1 comic so far, maybe 2, 3, that I think are even worthy of me complimenting them. The rest can suck a dick, dude. They're all new. They don't know how to project. They don't know how to talk into a microphone. Their jokes are hack. And the ones that I do like, it's like, I'll talk to him some other time, dude. It's like, fuck off, dude. So this guy, like, keeps like last night, oh my God, dude. He kept introducing me as his friend to other comics to show off that, like, he knows me, like, that I'm his friend. Like, dude. And inside I'm cringing. It's like, dude, I'm pretty sure I went out of my way to unfriend you on Facebook a couple weeks ago, dude. This dude is definitely not somebody I consider a friend, dude. But he has like some, respect for me, because I've been doing comedy longer than him, and I could tell that he likes me because, like, he greeted me with a hug. Like, he tried to greet me with you. Like, dude, I don't want to fucking hug you, dude. You probably haven't showered in multiple days, and I'm wearing Versace. I don't want to get that smell on me. And I was like, yeah, can we just do one of these? Can I just pat you on the shoulder, maybe? We do a fist bump, maybe? It's like, dude. And I don't know, I didn't feel like that much of an asshole, because who hugs other dudes? It's unfortunate, though, because, like, I see him a lot around town because, he's a comic. And I'd hate to tell him that I don't like him, because I see him around. And it'd be super awkward just telling somebody, it's like, dude, I just don't like I don't like you. You're rude. You talk over me. You interrupt whenever I'm you interject your opinion on any subject anytime I say anything. Like I go, oh yeah, open mics are stupid. He goes, yeah, the thing about open mics. Oh my God, dude, it drives me crazy, dude. But it's not nice to be mean to somebody who respects you, dude. Like, and so I'm trying not to do that, dude. I'm trying to have restraint. I'm trying to be the better person. But he's a retarded narcissist, so fuck him. I just gotta find better friends, and I won't ever have to be alone with him because I'll have my own honor rush. It's just fucking hard when there's literally no one else in the room, and it's like you see each other. It's like, well, I guess I'll go up to him. I guess I'll talk to him for 40 minutes and then hang out with him afterwards and totally regret being nice to him because he's a dick who gives me backhanded compliments and openly insults me every time I hang out with him, and I get enraged afterwards. Like, why did I let that guy rape me of my happiness? I gave him a ride in my new car, the Miata. He's like, how much does this cost? I was like, why would I tell him? Why would I tell somebody who can't even afford to like get food how much my car cost, my brand new car? I was like, it's about 37. He was like, oh, I would have guessed 17. I was like, dude, go fuck yourself. You think my new car cost $17K? You've a fucked up. Like, I've spent more than that on a blowjob, dude. To be fair, it was for charity. It was at an auction, so I definitely helped. Somebody. I definitely supported. A cancer charity by getting that blowjob. But the point is like, dude, I was insulted, dude. $17K? You've no concept of how much stuff costs, dude. Like, I don't know why it just bothers. Like, dude, you were 100% off. You were off by literally 100% more than that, you freak. So I told him how much my haircut cost, because I got like a haircut and a straight razor shave like a couple weeks ago. And this pissed me off, dude. He was like, how much did that cost? I was like, I think it was like 90. He was like, what? I've gotten it for way cheaper than that. I was like, okay. Like, sure, because I only looked it up. I only looked at like 3 places, and that was the cheapest one within 100 miles. So yeah, you're right. I'm sure it's way cheaper wherever you go, you fuck ass. I don't know. It's just Jewish. I hate when people are just so cheap and like, oh, you got ripped off, dude. I know somebody who could do that way. Just like, sure. I'm sure it'd be just as good. It's like, dude, and also $90. It was not that bad considering how long it took, dude. It took like more than an hour, and it was like he was like nice. I don't know, dude. It just drained the fuck out. Like it just made me so pissed off that this person had no self-awareness. He kept interrupting me about every little thing I wanted to say. I was like, oh, dude, yeah. I was like, dude, shut up. But I get that he just wants me to, like, validate him. That's why he's doing it. But I can't, because I just don't find what he's saying, like, that valid. And it's exhausting, dude. But I used to be that way, maybe, but also I have more self-awareness. And I used to think I had autism, but, like, not compared to this asshole. It's like, yeah, maybe I do have autism. That would explain why I hate people. But Jesus fuck, dude, at least I have some self-awareness of when I should shut the fuck up. So I bought this Miata. It's still a big deal in my life. I bought it, 3 weeks ago, and it came with a few scratches on it. Like on the rims and on the back end, just a few subtle scratches. And they said they would fix it free of charge because it came that way, from the factory. So I had to drive all the way back to San Antonio more than once. I actually drove there. He told me, okay, I got you. Come today. I was like halfway there. And he calls me. I was like, oh, shit, we can't do it today. I was like, fuck. So I drove back. I was pissed. I drove really fast back. And then we rescheduled it for, I don't know, the next day or I don't know when, the next week or something. So I drove all the way there. It took 3 hours. I was sitting there for literally 3 hours. Oh my God. It was so fucking annoying. And then he says, yo, we can't fix the rims today. We got to give you a loaner car. So I was pretty unhappy. I was like, you telling me after 3 hours you can't fix the rims that you said you were going to fix, and you can't replace them either, even though I asked you to replace them? So I was like, yeah, sorry, we got to give you a loaner, but we could do it on Monday. I was like, you better do it. So I talked to him. I gave him a little piece of my mind or whatever. And I had to go home in this Jeep. Not exactly the same thing as a Miata. I was like, fuck, I can't even drive home in that thing I came in. I was like, because the rims are not, we can't put the rims back on. They got to be replaced. We already fucked them up by trying to sandblast them or whatever, paint over them. I don't know. So I went home in this Jeep. I was like, well, this is going to suck. Because it wasn't a new Jeep. It was like from 2017. I was like, how do I even drive this? I was like, this is very different of a ride from what I'm used to. But I got used to. Oh, and he kept calling me sir. And I didn't like that, dude. I did not like that. He was like, oh yeah, we'll get you squared away right away, sir. I was like, dude, I'm not that much older than you. Like, I don't like being called sir. You're making me feel like an old man. He was like probably like 27. I'm 30. It's like, can't we just be bros? It's better than when a black person calls me boss. That I fucking can't stand. It's like, I'm not your boss. Don't fucking call me boss. I know it's because I'm white and you're being whatever, condescending or whatever, and fuck you. But the sir thing is not much better. It's like, dude, we're both white. You could call me bro. We're equals in this dynamic. So the Jeep actually turned out to be not that bad. I kind of became accustomed to it. I was like, this is fucking cool. It's bouncy, has a nice springy suspension. You don't feel bumps in the road. And it had really good brakes, which none of my cars have. They don't have really good brakes. The Jeep, you just barely tap on the brakes and it stops, dude. So now I get it. Now I get why pickup trucks and bigger cars like SUVs love to tailgate, because they can, dude. They could stop on a dime. So now I was like, oh, that makes sense, dude. So I was like, okay. So I drove home in the Jeep. I left it on my driveway because it wouldn't have fit in the garage with the huge Tesla in there. And I took care of it. And hey, I'm proud of and it was fun. I drove it back to San Antonio to pick up the Miata, and I drove like really fast on the way there, and I was the king of the highway. Nobody was passing me. I stayed in the left lane the whole time like an ass. But hey, that's fine as long as you're going super fast. If you're going faster than anybody, no one's going to really complain. So it was fun. So I got back to the dealership to pick up the Miata, and it was ready. So it was there. Everything was beautiful. The rims were fixed, replaced, brand new rims. They fixed the little scratches on the body. And he was like, yo, I just wanted to show that, I'm sorry that this didn't work out immediately, that you had to come here, multiple times. I was like, dude, don't worry, dude. You made good. You apologized. You made good on it. Like, you're fine. We're fine. I'm not going to be mad anymore. Like, yeah, I was kind of pissed at the moment, but like, I'm not going to hold it against you. So as soon as I got home, I left him, I got the customer feedback review survey to leave him feedback, and I left him 10 out of 10. because he was new. Like, he was a new employee at this dealership, dude. And like, he's new to Texas. And so I didn't want to fuck up his job. I'm not going to fuck up his livelihood just because it wasn't like a perfectly smooth transaction, dude. It's not like I needed that car anyway. It's like I wanted a smaller car just so I didn't have to worry about driving like a super expensive Tesla everywhere. That's it. Which is worth more than some people's homes. Like it just feels like, wow, what the hell would happen if I have to get this thing fixed? So I just wanted a backup car. So I'm not going to be a Karen and fuck with somebody's livelihood just over a little mix-up there. Also, the dude was nice enough to drive the Miata all the way to my house, over 100 miles away, and I'm ecstatic about that. Like, I left him a tip that he didn't even want. I Venmo'd him a lot of money. And so he was like, should I give you the money back that you Venmo'd me because of the mix-up? I was like, dude, don't worry about it, dude. I'm not pissed off. I'm not that pissed, dude. Like, I'm a very forgiving person. Speaking of being pissed off, dude. I guess I'm starting to get pissed off at comics for not respecting me, and that's fueling me to want to get better at stand-up again, dude. Because that's it. I don't really give a fuck about, like, making audience members laugh. They're not going to remember me. I want to make audience members laugh, and just so I could get other comics to respect me, dude, and be like, oh, okay, this is somebody to not fuck with, dude. This guy knows what he's doing. He's one of us. I don't know, because I kind of miss that. I miss being able to walk into any open mic, any whatever show, and be like, oh, he's gonna kill. He's the big head honcho of this. I don't know. I just miss that. I miss the feeling of being respected, dog. It's not. I mean, so I guess that's the only reason to get better at it, dude. But we'll get back to that. We're almost done. I'm not gonna be talking. I mean, I don't have that much energy to be spitting all this. Anyway, so I've been talking to these fake women still on Snapchat, and they're all scammers. They're all scammers. I meet them on this app called Hoop. It's horrible. It's a waste of time, but I like doing it because it's fun to fuck with scammers. That's it. It's just fun in my free time to talk shit to scammers. So they ask for a hookup. They're all the same. They have this fake picture of a woman that's not them. And they go, you down for a hookup? And I go, yeah, let's go. And I go, okay. And then they ask for my location. And then I say where I'm at. And they go, okay. I need you to pay me half up front, and then the rest you could pay me after we bone. I'm like, okay, scammer, and I unfriend them, and that's it. But because obviously that's a scam. No real sex worker is going to make you pay before you even meet. You would pay right after you meet. Because, hey, if it's real, because I got they offer some good deals. Like this one fake scamming chick was like, okay, it's $300 for the whole night. Until next morning. It's like, okay, $300. I'll do that. And they go, okay, pay me half on PayPal. I was like, no. And then, so that's obviously if it sounds too good to be true, dude, that's not even good money. Like, you could make more than that as like a server. You don't even have to get naked. It's less demeaning being a whore than being a server, I imagine, but that's why it pays more. I did a video chat. This is a completely different topic. I did a video chat last night with a woman from Indonesia. For about an hour last night. It was like at 3 a.m. I was in a shitty mood because I kept hanging out with this asshole. I just got home. I just dropped off this douchebag who was like, slow down, you're driving too fast. I don't want to get in a wreck. It's like, well, we're not. Get out of the car if you don't want me to drive like the way I don't know. So that pissed me off. And so I talked to this girl from Indonesia to teach her English. And man, am I the right person to teach somebody English? Because I talk so normal. We met on OkCupid, and it was her very first time ever having a conversation in English with like a verbal conversation. She could type it out, but she has to use a translator. So this was her first ever real conversation. It was so that was kind of cool. She didn't know that many words, but like she knew the phrase high beauty standards, and that just goes to show how universal that type of thing is. Like in every country around the world, there's such a thing as high beauty standards. It's like, shit, that's rough, dude. I mean, for me, it's just like, well, men don't have to be that hot. They just have to be tall and have a good personality that is attractive. I guess in other countries, like women, in any country, women have to be hot, dude. They have to make up their makeup. They have to be hot. They have to have good skin, blah, 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 blah. But we talked for like an hour, and like, it's not like, I mean, I don't know if we're going to date or anything, because that'd be quite a thing to get into, but hey, I would consider it if she didn't have a kid. That's the problem. She has a kid. If she didn't have a kid, like she's definitely my cup of tea. Like she's attractive, like young. I would be very proud to date her, but that's the thing. She's in South Asia. She's Southeast Asian, and they're based, dude. They don't have any qualms with dating a short Jew. So I was like blown. I was like she said, how are you single, dude? You seem like you would have a lot of women after you. I was like, yeah, that's a good one. That's hilarious that you think that. So that put me in a good mood, and it was fun because like I was patient with her, like teaching her a few words here and there, like talking about stuff, and like, yeah, it was fun, dude. It put me in a better mood. It just gives you perspective. Like, yeah, just because this country is full of dumbass feminists doesn't mean that's a universal thing. So I'm not sexist. I just hate women from America. So I'm not very good at putting people in their place who deserve it, dude. Like I just let people insult me to my face because I don't like confrontation, and I'm not very witty like on the spot anymore. Maybe I'm just not. Like if somebody insults me, I just go, yeah, like, and then for hours later, it bothers the shit out of me, and I think of what I should have said. Like, I don't know, it just bugs me. Little things bug me that shouldn't bug me because it's not a big deal. Like last night, I went to this comedy club that I've been to like 1,000 times, whatever. And the dude was like, hey, I'm sorry, we've probably met, but somebody who looks exactly like you was in here with a fake ID, so can I see it right there? I was like, yeah, nope, that's not a big deal. So I showed my ID. But then like an hour later, it starts bugging me. It's like, why did I just let him treat me like a child? Like, of course I don't have a fake ID. It's like, dude, you're saying he looked exactly like me? So he looked like a 32-year-old? So, okay, like I'm not offended that you think I'm 12 years younger than I am, but okay, it's stupid. That is a stupid thing to get bogged down by, but it always happens anytime I shave, dude. Whenever I shave, if I go into a bar, guaranteed I'm going to get carded. It's like, you think I'm 12 years younger than I am? So anyway, we'll wrap it up. So like I was saying earlier, dude, the comedians suck here, dude. The comedy scene kind of sucks here, dude. Most hosts don't even, like I said, don't even go on stage to introduce the next comic. Tonight, so in this coffee shop, most people were bombing, and then it slowly started to warm up, and the only thing that did well, somebody did a joke about how Joe Rogan is gay, and it killed. Fucking cutting edge material right there, dude. Wow. How you must have dug deep to pull up that premise, dude, and the people ate it up like a bar of chalk. Like, you mean the ivermectin guy who likes to shoot guns and isn't vaccinated? He might be gay. Fucking cocks. It's the most hack thing to say, dude. Oh, so I got the hell out of there. It's like, well, obviously I'm not gonna do good. So I'm glad this city is getting gentrified. It deserves it, dude. Fucking, it's a liberal shithole, dude. I'm glad Elon is painting it with jizz, like a super soaker, to make it better for tech bros, dude. Like, dude, it's too bad that it's still gonna be like, ugh. Some hack comic also did a joke about how Bitcoin is not worth anything. I don't get this Bitcoin thing. It's like, what do you buy with it? You can't buy anything with it. Like, dude, yeah, you can, dude. You could buy, I don't know, drugs. You could buy guns legally. I don't know. You could buy stuff. I don't know. I guess you can't buy that much with it, but like the point is, like, you could get rich. People have gotten rich from it, dude. So either he's just a sourpuss for not investing, or he's just jealous of people who did, or he just doesn't understand that it made people millions of dollars literally overnight. But yeah, he was like, he's like, it's a Ponzi scheme. I was like, well, that's definitely true for some crypto coins. That's definitely true. But it's not exactly cutting edge material to be saying that in 2021. It's like, dude, it's been around for 10 years plus, dude. You're hack and you suck. You can also buy prostitutes with Bitcoin, so it's awesome. So I got booked for a show. I got booked for a comedy show because I'm petite. That's the theme of the show. It's called like Santa's Little Helpers. So he booked like a bunch of fat people and a bunch of petite people. I don't know why he booked fat people. I guess to be Santas, to be multiple Santa. I don't know. But I'm one of the petite people, and I didn't have to work hard to get it. I just did one joke that landed at a mic a week ago, and that's it, dude. He went up to me right after, like, hey, you were funny. I gotta book you for something. And then I found out it was because I'm petite, but I don't care. I found out how it feels now to be a woman comic who gets booked just for being a woman, just for having a cunt. Or any demographic for that matter that only gets a gig because they're part of a specific demographic. Dude, like, what a shitty state of affairs, dude. If stand-up comedy only had funny people doing it, it'd be all white dudes. We all know this. It's just that no one wants to admit that. With the occasional gay dude because they're funny too, but they don't do stand-up. Most gay guys don't do stand-up because they're good at other entertainment. They could sing, they could dance, or they could do fashion or makeup. They don't need to do stand-up. Stand-up is for fucking white, straight, loser men. With the occasional Jewish woman, because they're just naturally good at joke writing and they have the gift of gab. But hey, so I've finally been booked for being diverse, for being the right person. Physically, it's all about how you look. And so I'm gonna milk that, dude. I'm gonna be the best short asshole in the comedy world. I don't know, dude. I don't really care. I'm gonna try to do well. I mean, who cares? It has like 20 people on the lineup. It's basically a booked open. But hey, not to downplay it. It's my first show in Austin, Texas, as a resident of Austin. I've done shows here, but not as a resident. So, hey, I'm going places. Next stop, I'm going to be in Joe Rogan's lap, sucking his cock, which he could do himself. So he doesn't need me. If he's gay, maybe he does need me. I wouldn't suck his cock. So I have pretty much no desire to do stand-up, like I've been saying, because it's all cuckery. When I was younger, and I was just kind of starting out, like when I was 22, I used to have this feeling of excitement in my bones when I knew I was going to perform. It probably started to go away like around 2019. That's when I was like, ugh. Just a bunch of woke assholes talking about how they hate white people unironically. It's like, why don't you, like, I don't know, start a fucking genocide? What are you waiting for, dude? It's like, if you hate them, instead of being a joke teller, why don't you, like, I don't know, join a militia? Join a hate group, dude. It's, oh, you already did. Black Lives Matter, that's right. But it's not that violent, like, or Antifa, whatever do you want to call it? It's like, obviously you're not like actually joking, like you actually are racist and you're proud, like, fuck you. Like, that makes me want to, like, defend myself, like Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever. It's like, Jesus Christ, thank God for Kyle Rittenhouse. So no longer do I have to worry about being a white guy with a gun in public. If I have to use it, you know, instead of going to jail for the rest of my life, I'll get to meet Donald Trump and be a celebrity. So yeah, that feeling is gone. I no longer get excited to perform, but I'm still not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying, because I know that there's still some desire. There's still like some market for real stand-up comedy. It's just so small, dude. It's like so small, dude. It's like 10% of the crowd actually thirsts for real stand-up, dude. The rest is like people like with masks, like wearing your mask again, because COVID is so big right now. Oh, the Omicron. We gotta put our masks on, and if somebody says something we don't like, we're gonna shame them and walk out, dude. Fuck you. I defend J.K. Rowling, dude. I don't know, dude. So I just hear the host like mispronounce my name, and I just go, well, this is gonna be boring. I sure as shit don't care about making anyone here laugh, dude. And then I just bomb, and then I just go, well, that was a thing I did that has no bearing on how I feel for the rest of the, like, it doesn't make me feel worse if I bomb in some shithole in front of 4 people. It just makes me go, well, those people were stupid. And that's how my life is going right now.